Wait, before you choose that struggle major, watch this. Hey my business people, in today's lessons for business and motivation. Your mama sacrificed for your education so you can do better than her. It's May, that time of year when young whippersnappers, yes I said whippersnappers, graduate at some kind of school from somewhere. Time to think boss moves for life. Plan it out right now. But please watch this video before making a big financial mistake that will affect the rest of your life. And make sure someone you know who needs real guidance on what to do after they graduate watches this video first. It's time to do better to increase our low median incomes. Now, the title is focused on mama because most of us gravitate to her for various reasons. But dads are very important too. We tend to forget that every year on Father's Day. But I bring this up because I'm going to tell you a bit about my life journey and how I got to do or be the business person I am today. The business and career gentleman I am. So think about your parents. Whether you had both or just one. They sacrificed a lot for you to do better than they did. Or at least that's the untold reason they took care of all the bills while raising you up to be who you are today. Right? In the case of those with a single mom out there, just think of all the hard days she spent working 2 or 3 jobs, saving money to put you through whatever college she could afford. Reminisce on the sleepless nights she had after work, crying herself to sleep silently before going to the next job in a couple of hours, right? Day in and day out, just struggling and sacrificing from sun up till sundown. So for you, on your behalf, so that you don't have to work as hard as she did. Right? If you watch my videos in this series, you should already know where I'm going with this. Yeah, exactly. When you turned 18 or graduated school, there your exhausted mom was, tired as she was, watching you walk on stage to get your diploma. And after all the celebration, she took you out to eat before you partied with your friends the rest of the night, or whatever you did after graduation. When the dust settled, it was time to consider the next phase of your life journey, right? Which includes making mama proud and using her hard-earned resources to pick a college major or trade to upgrade your life. But what did many of you do with all that hard work she did? Here's what happens. Quote, "Oh, I want to major in psychology because I love people and I'm a people person." Unquote. Oh my goodness. Good grief. Are you serious? Why, dummy, why? That's a slap in your mama's face. This cruel world don't care if you're a people person. They don't pay money for your feelings. Your mama didn't endure all those years of slaving away, blood, sweat, and tears, so that you pick a doggone struggle major that will have you slaving away like her. And then you have kids who will see you struggle until they repeat the same damn cycle. And black median incomes stay the doggone same. Stop that. If this is you, then it sounds like you need a role model. I'll be that, in case you don't have one. How did I become who I am? I'll tell you. My mom, bless her heart, she is no longer with us as of September 2020. It's been a hard time. Was a big influence in who I am. My dad was also in the household too, by the way, as I'll describe in a bit. But all you moms out there, listen up. When I was still in my mom's stomach long ago in her belly, some lady at a store somewhere told her she should read books to me before giving birth to me. Where did they do that in those days? My mom thought that was a good idea, and the rest is history. I've been a reading machine ever since, and quite the intellectual. Reading books to unborn babies was not a thing way back then like it is now. My parents were just a blue-collar, married couple. But my dad's assembly line job, which is a trade, by the way, keep that in mind, paid all the bills consistently. Now, my mom could not keep a job long because someone would piss her off at one of these jobs eventually. That's how she was. And that was all she wrote. She didn't really take crap from anybody at work. So she didn't really keep jobs too long, but I love my mom anyway. So though my dad was not perfect, his steady income provided the foundation for building a great life journey. And that's why I say don't underestimate the role of dads in their children's lives, no matter how imperfect you think we are. It takes both mom and dad to give children the best shot at life. Now, my now partially paralyzed older sister played a big role in my success as well because during high school, she would go off to these fun summer programs with Upward Bound. You guys probably know some Upward Bound programs out there right now. And she would go to this great California university. That's where I'm from. That was back when Cali was still fun, by the way. She learned math and engineering stuff, which I had a knack for. I like that kind of stuff. So I pressed her about the program, and I joined the next summer. That's the catalyst I needed. Oh, that was the catalyst. But then the director of that summer program told us, that group who was there, while looking at me in particular, something like this. Quote, "Stick with computers because they are the future." Unquote. We take laptops and desktop computers for granted today, but back in the 1980s, a computer career was not common yet. For some reason, when that director said what he said, it stuck with me. And as we see, he was exactly right. Not only are computers the future, computer automation is replacing everything rapidly. All retail store jobs will be automated sooner than you think. Call center jobs are easily being automated right now. Don't assume you're so smart at your job that computers won't automate it. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are way more advanced than you know. Therefore, our community has to stay one step ahead right now. We can't wait. And so I'm telling you, cloud computing automation is the future. Robotic automation is the future. Self-driving cars, trucks, and trains are the future. Self-flying planes and drones are the future. In fact, we've been had self-flying planes for a while now. Every time you see a pilot sleeping in the cockpit when you fly off somewhere, now you know why they do that. Airplanes are essentially self-flying drones that need government-mandated human pilots to make sure nothing goes wrong. Before I wrap up this video, I want to stress that I understand the temptation to pick majors you're passionate about. In fact, I love world history so much that I damn near majored in it back in the day. I got accepted to the University of Southern California, aka USC, in history for a history major. Ironically, my daughter would later graduate from that same school. Back then, I had just left University of Cali at Berkeley after my sophomore year due to financial aid mix-up that left me high and dry, by the way. Long story on that one. And I was still trying to figure life out as a young man. I was passionate about history. I loved it. I'm telling you, I loved it. But common sense told me that computers and business would pay the bills. So, I politely declined and stuck to my mission, later graduating OU in Oklahoma with a degree mixed with both business and computers, with some advanced math thrown in there. And 3 years after graduating, pay attention, 3 years, only 3 years, in the mid-1990s, I was already making 6 figures. Pause right there. Think about that. It didn't take long. I landed a consulting contract, computer consulting contract in Atlanta, ATL. Oh, and man, that was a great year, as Southern hip hop and uppity ATL Negroes were taking off in 1995 back then. Those were the days. And guess what happened anyway? I still read my favorite history books and am just as much a historian as the best educated historians out there. Now, you see how that works? In my spare time, I'm a historian anyway. I also create music in my spare time, which is another hobby of mine. I like to create and edit videos given my visual art hobby. I used to draw and paint stuff back in the day. And you're seeing the fruit of that talent in this video. I had more than enough money to pursue my passion in just 3 years after graduating college. Not that I'm not passionate about computers, since I do like to tinker with nerdy stuff, by the way. But I also do history, music, and graphics on the side. I even made thousands of dollars in these side hobbies while still making that main bag for my major consulting clients. Think about that. All right. Okay, doggone. I hope that gives you some doggone motivation to keep your mission temporarily separate from your passion. Unless you're a millionaire. If you're balling, then you can do whatever you want to do. But most of us not balling like that. Pick a major or trade that, although it may not be your first passion, it nevertheless interests you without leaving you to struggle after leaving school or trade school or college, whatever you do. I don't see any of you working $12 an hour jobs out there, getting payday loans for Christmas or birthday gifts for your struggling children. Okay? Just follow my example, all right? Please share this video with as many people as you know who are either graduating school right now. It's May once again. This is May, the graduating season, and don't know what to do next, or are in low-paying jobs right now and are thinking of making the right change to get paid much more. Until the next video in this series, stay on your purpose and make mama and daddy proud. Take care.